welcome to another tutorial of Made by Siem. I just finished my Lenny hat. I made a tutorial for this one and I've uploaded that one in Dutch on October 14th, 2017. And ever since I got a lot of requests to do this one in English. So as it is a really nice and easy pattern, I decided to do it today. And the stitch, well, in the beginning you might think that it is difficult, but in the end it turns out to be really easy. I also decided to not make my own pom-pom, but I bought this one and I attached it in a special way. I used a video of one of my friends, Mike, from Mike's Creative World, Mike's Creatieve Wereld, as we say in Dutch. I asked him to make that video in English as well, because I wanted to use this technique for this hat as well. The link will be at the end of this video, and also down into the description box of the video. I'm going to tell you what you need in the video, and you just need one skein, and this is what I had left of just one skein of YARNS Softly Baby. Now it would have been enough for the pom-pom as well, but well, I just bought a pom-pom because I wanted to have a fluffy one for a change. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Whenever you want to buy and use the same yarn as I did, then please go down to the description box of this video and press that link, because you help me out a lot if you do so. So via my link, please do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you guys later. Bye. For this video, I'll be using YARNS Softly Baby. This is a super soft yarn. It's acrylic, a polyamide blend. It's 100 grams and it has 210 meters on the skein. It is a lightweight 3, and they recommend to crochet this or knit it with a 4mm crochet hook. If you want to use the same yarn that I used in this video, then go down to the description box of this video and please use that link. So I'm going to use this yarn. You can also make your own pom-pom with the same yarn or maybe a different color. But today I've decided to do something else, and I'm going to use a pom-pom that I bought in a Dutch store. There are 3 pom-poms inside, and I'm going to use the green one because I don't like these colors together, so I'm going to use the green one. I'm also going to use, and I forgot to get that, I'm also going to use a button. Okay, I'm going to use 2 buttons, one for the pom-pom, and later on I'm going to tell you where to find how to do that in the video, and I'm going to sew on the other button. Alright, so you need these 2. 6mm crochet hook. I know 4 is recommended, but for this pattern is called for a bigger hook, because you don't want your hat to be really stiff on your head. A stitch marker will come in handy, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. Okay, I'm going to start off with a longer tail end. just like that. I think it's about 40 centimeters or so. I will be using this to sew the hat together on the top, because we're working it from top down. Okay, then start off with a slip knot on your hook, just like that. And now make a chain that is long enough so it fits around your head. Whenever you want to make this hat as a gift and you're not sure what size you should make, then go down to the description box of this video, because I've added a sizing chart there, and so when you know the age of the person you're making it for, then you could use the size that I've mentioned over there. You have to take in mind that every person is unique, and this is just a guideline to help you guys out. Okay? Now, be sure that you start off with a chain in multiples of 2. So it should be an even number of chains. Okay? I forgot to mention something else. You also need measuring tape. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna start off with making chains. Yarn over and pull through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50. I made a chain of 50 and I'm gonna measure mine. Let's see, mine is, you should stretch it a little. Mine is about 46 centimeters, which is not enough. Oh. So I'm gonna add some more chains. 1. I add 10, so I have 60 chains now. Gonna measure it again. It's, when you don't stretch it, it is 46 centimeters, and when you do stretch it all the way, it's 55. I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. So I have 46 chains, and that should be enough for my hat. This is the top, and it's always a little tighter in the top. So when you work it down, it's always a little bigger. Okay, now you should make a slip stitch into the first chain. So be sure that you do not twist your chain. Insert in the first, yarn over, and pull through 2 stitches on your hook. So now you have a circle. Chain 1. And make 1 single crochet into the same stitch, which is here. Insert, grab your yarn, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now get your stitch marker and place it into the first stitch here. Chain 1, skip 1, and half double crochet into the next. Yarn over, skip this one, and go to the next. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, yarn over, and pull through all loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. So that's the chain 1. Skip the next and go to the next. and double crochet in there. Yarn over, insert your hook, grab your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet. And this is what you do until the end of this round. Chain 1, I have stitches left here, so I'm going to skip 1 and double crochet in there. Chain 1. Now if you have another amount of stitches left here right now, don't worry, you won't be able to see them. So take your stitch marker out, just cheat. It's a shame if you have to frog your work on something you won't even be able to see later on. So just cheat, make an extra stitch, do whatever you like. Now I have something left here that looks like a stitch, which isn't really. But I still need to work somewhere in here, otherwise I have a big of a hole. I have a hole that is too big. So I'm going to work in the beginning stitch here, and I'm double crocheting in there. Chain 1. Then I'm going to skip the single crochet here, and I'm going down to the space here. And I'm not working in the space, but I'm working in the stitch of the chain. And I'm in the stitch that we skipped. So I'm inserting my hook there, and I'm making a double crochet in there. Then I'm getting my stitch marker back, and I'm placing it into the chain 1 space, because that will be the beginning of our round. Chain 1. I'm skipping the half double crochet of the previous row, and I'm inserting my hook on the skipped into the skipped chain stitch from the beginning chain, and I'm making a double crochet in there. Chain 1, skip the double crochet and go to the skipped chain. Chain 1, skip the double crochet and go to the skipped chain and double crochet. Chain 1, chain 1, and this is what you should do for this round. And this is what it should look like. Okay, because whenever you think your stitches look funny, this is what it is supposed to be. Okay, I forgot to mention something. It is so right that you're not closing every round with a slip stitch. We're just working in a spiral. So we're not closing the rounds, and I'm not closing the rounds because I want to avoid an ugly seam in my hat. Okay? I'm almost there where my stitch marker is. So let's see. Okay, here is the stitch from the previous round, chain 1. Now this is where my stitch marker is. This should be the first stitch of my new round. I did a chain 1. I'm going to skip the double crochet that I did here, and you see I don't have any chains left of the beginning chain. So what I will do now, I will start working in the stitches of not the previous round, but the round before that. So this is the chain 1 space of the previous round, and this stitch right here is the stitch that we skipped in the previous round, and now we will be working in that stitch. Chain 1, skip this one, and work in the stitch here. Chain 1, you see what I'm doing? And that's all there is to it. And I forgot to place my stitch marker back, but here, you can see that it is right here. You don't have to keep on placing your stitch marker as long as you can see where you started your row, your rounds off. Okay, you can see it because this one is here, but it could be a lot easier just using the stitch marker. Okay, so this is what you do. You just skip the stitch and go to the stitch of the round before that, and you just work your double crochet stitches in there, and don't forget the chain 1 spaces in between. This is all you have to do to make this beautiful hat. And I suggest that you measure your work instead of counting the rows, and that's basically because everyone has a different tension, and maybe you have decided to use a different hook size or whatsoever. So please use the sizing chart that I posted down below into the description box of this video, and please use that one. I'm gonna let you know anyway how many centimeters and how many inches I did for mine. Okay? Well, please enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Well, I did a couple of rounds, and I thought, just in case, I'm going to measure my work, because when my hat is complete, I just don't want, to have the ugly surprise that it is too small or too big. So whenever you did a few rows, I should measure my work. So that's just a little extra advice. Mine is 27 centimeters, which is 54 when you multiply that by 2, and it's a little over 10 inches. It's 10.5 inches wide. So it is stretchy, so when you stretch it, it's big enough, right? Well, at least it is big enough for the size that I need. I did 29 rounds, and mine is, let me see, (23 centimeters, which is 9 inches. And that's what I need for my size. Okay, now when you have a look at the previous row, you see the holes here. Now, you don't want to end your hat like that. So, for the very last round, we're going to do it slightly different. I ended up one stitch before, or actually two, because here is another stitch, but we're going to skip that one, before the stitch marker. Yarn over, go down to not the previous round but the round before, just like we did. Insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull through all loops on your hook. So basically you just did a half double crochet. Now get your stitch marker out, chain one, skip the next and go to the very next stitch, which is here. So not here, but there. Do not yarn over, because from now on we will be crocheting single crochet stitches and a chain one in between. So insert, pull up, yarn over and pull through two. Get your stitch marker and place it right back into the stitch there. Chain one, skip the normal stitch and go to that stitch and single crochet, chain one. And see what happens? It closes that hole. See? Chain one, single crochet, chain one, and this is what you do for this round, the very last round of your hat. And the very last stitch, we're not going to make a single crochet in there. We just did the chain one, then insert your hook right there, grab your yarn and pull through. Get your stitch marker out and make another slip stitch into the next stitch, just like that. Chain one, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail end because I want to sew my button on, right? Now pull through, and this is what I have left of one skein for an adult hat. Now this would be plenty to do a pom-pom, but just like I mentioned before, I have another fluffy one that I just bought. Okay, okay, this is where we finished our hat. We're going to the place where we started our hat, so the top of the hat. Getting our yarn needle, and then we're going to weave through all of the stitches, just like that. And when we did that for the complete round, then be gentle and pull on your tail end, so the hat will close at the top. You can do it in between if you like, just like that, but please pull gentle because you don't want your yarn end to snap.
12 seconds later.
Now when you did all these stitches, then go to the inside of your hat, hold it there and just gentle close it. Okay? Now hold it like that. Don't close it all the way because we need a little bit of a hole to to attach the pom-pom. Now I'm gonna sew this piece of yarn secure so it won't come loose. Do a little knot. And another little knot, just like that. That should be fine. Okay. Okay. Now, for sewing on the pom-pom, my friend Mike, from Mike's Creative World, in Dutch you say Mike's Creatieve Wereld, he just made a fantastic tutorial on how to attach this really easily to your hat. And the way he does it, you can always take it off and put your hat into the washing machine and wash it separately, because a lot of times it's fine to put the made hat into the washing machine, but the pom-pom not so much. Sometimes it just gets really ugly. Besides that, when you don't like your pom-pom anymore, you can attach another one if you like. So I'm gonna link. Sorry guys, I'm gonna link the tutorial at the very end of this video, because he made one especially for you guys. I asked him to make one in English as well, and he did, which is really nice. So I'm gonna link it at the end of this video, so you know how to attach this one onto your hat. Okay? I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back to show you what my hat looks like. So, I'm going to sew in this yarn tail and attach my button, and then I'll be right back. I just finished the hat, and I'm so excited. I love it. And this was actually the easiest way to add a pom-pom to your hat. So please go and check Mike's video out, because he did it both in Dutch and in English. And the way how he explains it is so easy, so easy. Anyway, at the end of this video I'm gonna link that, and also down into the description box you will find a link to where to find that video. Also a link to where you can buy this yarn. Please use my link, because you help me out a lot if you do so. And I also would like to take a moment to ask you all to subscribe to my channel, because I've seen in my analytics that a lot of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribers, and you help me out a lot as well if you subscribe to my channel. Please like the video, and and if you subscribe, hit that little notification bell as well, so you will get notified whenever I upload another video in either Dutch or in English. And I'm trying to do my very best to translate most of my videos into English, so you can make the beautiful items that I did in Dutch as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and consider making something just for a friend as a gift, just because you love them. Enjoy. Bye.